Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another IBM update video. Usually I wait to do these once a month because I don't want to bore you guys to death with the same video over and over again. But to be very honest, there's not much left here. This complex may not make it to see May at this rate. Well, that might be a little exaggeration, but it's getting really close. It's almost completely gone. So for today's video, we're going to take a look at the IBM progress on the demolition site here on North Street. And then I got another project to show you guys in downtown Binghamton, a century-old railroad bridge that was crumbling to death is finally getting replaced. So make sure to watch to the end of the video because we'll check that out too. We're super appreciative of everybody that makes these videos possible. Thank you to everybody who watches us and supports us over on Patreon and YouTube members. If you want to join them, links are always down in the video description. Let's go check it out. We're going to start out on the east side of the project, and then I'll get you guys some different views as well. And then, like I said, we'll go downtown and check out a really old railroad bridge that's getting a rapid replacement job. Anyway, so yeah, let's see how many excavators are still here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 8 in the immediate vicinity. Sorry about the sun glare. It's almost 6 o'clock. I do these videos when I get out of work, for the most part, so yeah. Oh, and there's number 9 down in the hole there. So yeah, let's take a quick peek here. I'll use this bulldozer excavator. This is a long reach one. They're so cool. Anyway, here's a look down in the pit, what used to be the basement, and you can see the edge of the Bundy building over there. And man, that's a deep hole. They're gonna have to fill a lot of that in. And you know what? With the crushed up concrete, they probably have enough on site to do it, to fill in the hole. So from this angle, now that the debris pile has gotten higher, this is pretty much all you can see over here. And there's one of the remaining wings of the building. I think they're down to 1 wing. Yeah, they might be down to 1, because on this side, beyond that building is McKinley Avenue. I'm pretty confident. But let's go over on the North Street side, and we'll see what we can see from that angle. We're back over on the North Street side now, and look at that debris pile. I mean, I know I've said it before, but look how thick that concrete is. There's a beam right there that was probably like one of the beams holding up the ceiling, and just look how thick that is. Crazy. All right, we'll keep going. We'll see how many wings are left down here. And look at this view. Illuminated in the evening setting sun. It's a beautiful building. Looking into more of what was probably the basement level, and there's like one lone column over there just chilling. Let me see if I can get a little closer. You can see all the rebar sticking out of it. And then of course you've got the famous Bundy building up here, now almost fully exposed by the demolition progress. And yeah, let's keep going down the street here. These tarps have been torn up by the wind lately, so kind of making it hard to walk on the sidewalk here, but nonetheless, still accessible. There's the former corporate school building, as shown on the facade. And yeah, let's see how many wings are left. It looks like just one. Looks like we're down to one wing. And let me do an over the fence again for you. This is where an entrance would have been, right in that pile there to one of the other wings. And it's almost, this is newly torn down. This was still here last time I drove by, the second wing. But yeah, we're approaching the corner of McKinley and North. Former McKinley banquet hall over here. And yep, this is it. This is the last wing. And then everything east of McKinley and north of North Street will be toast, history. And it's been really interesting and fun to document this process for you guys. And if you've enjoyed it, be sure to give the video a thumbs up as well. And look, right there in that window, right there in the window, you can see the drop ceilings all destroyed in there, probably from water damage over the years. The crumbling concrete. Those really cool stamped symbols there will all be history soon. Let's see, what else can you see? Now, somebody in the comments section on a couple videos explained that this all used to be manufacturing space and offices were kind of added later on or replaced the manufacturing space later on. And that's clearly visible right there. You can see where a wall was built, a wall section was built in the middle of a window. It's just kind of fascinating. It is really cool to see how buildings get repurposed as they age. Like I know in a lot of major cities these days, a lot of office high-rises are being converted to housing because of the housing shortage. I mean, housing's really in demand. And then again here, another view, you can see a crumbling office wall in the window there. Barely. It's easier to see in real life, just trust me. And the crumbling corner of the building, where I assume those things sticking out were drains where water could leave the roof over the years. So there's McKinley, looking south down McKinley. And yeah, in the not too distant future, the view you see today will be completely history. No more. Only one wing remains on the east side of McKinley. This bridge used to connect two of the wings of the buildings together and is now just laying smashed in the middle of the courtyard over here. See if we can get a little closer. I totally missed this view on my first walk through, so I figured I'd just splice it in before we go over to Binghamton. But what a really crazy viewpoint. A pedestrian bridge that was probably used for decades now looks like Godzilla got hungry and took a bite out of one end. And look at that rebar. Incredible. On Front Street, right before you get to downtown Binghamton, where there's a pair of railroad bridges that have been all up in the news lately. The northern span behind me was replaced in 2004, but the one on the southern side is from 1912, almost around 100 years old. So I figured I'd give you guys a quick tour through the construction site and see how much better this intersection looks now that a replacement's underway. And man, the wind's getting my hair today. I look like one of those clowns at the carnival that you throw the ball at to dunk them in the water tank. Anyway, yeah, so I'll take you guys over and show you that real quick. The old bridge was scary looking, man. There were whole beams that were rusted like through on it. I'll try to show you a picture from Google Street View or something. But yeah, let's go check it out. So this section of Front Street is closed right now, and there's not a whole lot of traffic on it, which is unusual because this is a very busy stretch of highway here, or roadway. You got a really cool looking Welcome to Binghamton banner, as I once again, you know, in every single one of these videos, I'm always tripping over something. You know, I'm not having great luck with walking lately. You got some equipment here for the renovation work or demolition work. Machine blocking. I assume they parked it like that to block the roadway, because there's always one or two loons out there that'll try and drive through a work zone, I'm sure. Look at this architecture over here. Like, this is some solid stonework for a foundation. And this section of bridge, like I said in the beginning, was replaced around 2004, according to various news reports I've read. But it looks like they kept the stonework, which is really interesting. Just goes to show you they don't build things like they used to, and it's probably such good quality that, hey, you know, why not keep it? And here's the new southern span that replaces the old one. For those of you who have driven through here, let me know down in the comments if you remember. You can see where the foundations were. There were steel, like old school looking steel girders right there, and the bottoms of them were so rusted out that it was scary to drive under. But yeah, this new span, it smells like fresh paint. You know, if this was smell-o-vision, I'm sure you'd smell it. But look how much wider the span is. Like, there's not as many girders in the way. It's a much cleaner looking span than what was here before. And again, here's the old foundations where you can see where the beams used to be. They got some kind of wiring stretched out across the roadway here. And now we're at the corner of Clinton and Front Street. Oh, I see what it is. So those are like either cable or, I don't think they're fiber. They're too big to be fiber, I think. But those are some kind of cable lines that I assume used to run under the old span that they're going to have to put back up there when this is all completed. So yeah, we're at the corner of Clinton and Front. And behind me is a really nice looking mural erected in 1936. I'm guessing it's this bridge over here. But yeah, they've been doing a lot of work on all of the Binghamton Railroad bridges lately due to a report a number of years ago. And you got the memorial to the Civic Center victims over there. They did a study, the city of Binghamton did, that showed a lot of the railroad bridges were in deplorable condition. So this is a result of that, and now we're getting some much needed infrastructure upgrades. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for our video here in downtown. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe is down below if you're new to the channel, and links to support the channel are also down in the video description. So we'll see you in the next one.